I interviewed a lot of my students. And do you know what was the key factor that made them be so successful in learning Romanian? Completing all the exercises that I send them as homework. So this is the most important step. Number two, it's very important to read. Read, read, read. However, it's very important for you to choose topics that you actually enjoy reading about, because that way you are going to learn vocabulary that is useful to you. However, it's also important to read something that is appropriate for your level. Otherwise, you are going to be overwhelmed by it. Also very important. Listen, listen, listen. Once I started listening in Spanish, my progress skyrocketed. And you don't have to do it for a long time. It can be 10, 15 minutes a day, and that's it. But it's very important to choose something that is appropriate for your level. So you can go on YouTube, or maybe you can go on Netflix or other streaming services. And maybe if you're a beginner, you can start with cartoons. Maybe you won't like me for saying this, but you have to do some verb conjugations as well. But you have to do it in a smart way. Create 20 sentences a day. It can be very basic sentences, and you have like to fill in the gaps with the appropriate form in the appropriate verb tense. Talk, talk, talk. Nowadays, we are very lucky because we can find a teacher for any language because we have social media, but we also have different platforms. However, if you can't afford the teacher, you can rely on ChatGPT. Yeah, you can take the app and you can also talk with ChatGPT with the audio function. It's very cool and it's a free option for you. And that's it. This is a method that I also use for myself for learning Spanish. Sometimes it takes me 20, sometimes 30, 40 minutes or more, but it's fun. I try to do it every day, but sometimes I miss a day or two, but it's progress over perfection. And since I've been using this method, I made such great progress, like more progress than I made in the previous years. So I don't know, give it a try and let me know if it works for you too.